Don't cry on me, oh, because me, I have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me the opportunity. I've read the Quran from the beginning to the end 3,000 times. 3,000 times. You will do the mathematics and see how you can be able to even get to 1,000 times or get to 100 times. Some people, before they die, they might not even read more than 100 Quran. Those people that is only doing Ramadan, they read Quran. One Quran, two Quran during Ramadan. And Allah even gives them life. If you even reach that 100, 120. But this person read the Quran 3,000 times. Imam Hafs. And that's one of the things that one can use as tawassul to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, you are the one that gave us this opportunity. You are the one that made it possible for me to read this Quran this time. Oh Allah, bless my life with it. And the Quran has a lot of other benefits. We cannot talk about that. We'll just be picking all these things in points because we decided to dwell on all of them time ago. Commitment on salawat. You have to be committed with our salawat. As a Muslim, you should not be somebody that your salat is still shaky. You do not ask as a Muslim that do you miss prayer? I said you miss prayer. You should not miss prayer as a Muslim again. Because that's the first thing Allah has told you that He's going to ask you on the day of Qiyamah. You should be committed with your salawat. And that your salat has a lot of benefits. Allah said in the salat tanha anil fahsha'i wal munkar. That salat will prevent you from all forms of evils. And not only that salat alone, that salat and how conscious you are during your salat is also very important. Some people are praying, their mind is not there. Some people they are praying, and when they ask them that what did the Imam read in the first rakah or the second rakah, they can't say. Some people say when they miss prayer, they don't know how many they missed. Again, they have to be looking for somebody to copy, as if they want to do examination by practice. Now, okay, let me look at how many this person beside me wants to complete again. Our salat should be the time that we are committed. And Allah has not promised, Allah has not told us that you will not have issue and you should not come. Some people when they don't, I know of somebody, Allah change the person, the person has even changed. The person when the person is happy, the person is a mechanic. When the person is happy, when clients bring cars and he's happy, you come to the masjid, you see him. When he doesn't have anything, as if he's fighting with Allah that day. I'm not coming to the masjid today. But Islam has made us know that sometimes you come into the masjid with a happy heart. It doesn't mean that the day that you are sad too, you will not be in the masjid. You should also be the person that will even, first of all, get to that masjid. Even the days that you are sad. Because you know that the solutions to the problem, that place you are running outside from the masjid, who is the one in charge of those affairs? It's Allah. So when you know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in charge of all your affairs, then you stick to your salawat as much as you can too. Then sitting after salawat, there are also very, very important things that we should take note of. Some people, because of the distractions now, football and everywhere. But I remember when I used to be the imam. Okay, I was I used to be the imam of Ustadh. The Amir was there. So you see when students will come and meet you and say, Imam, you know that there is Champions League this night. And please, this is our Tarawih. Let us, is either we quickly do the Tarawih or we postpone the Tarawih. Our mind will come and pray very well. So that's when it comes to comparing your Akhirah with Champions League, you can say it can even change your life. And that is where we are going to be talking about even those things that are shirkul mahabba. Some scholars classify some things that they are already committing shirk with this because of the love they have for that thing. They so much like that thing. Some people like this, they don't know that they are already worshiping some footballers because they have so much placed them in some position that don't joke. You know, see Ronaldo, don't even. If somebody say that Ronaldo is not good, they can even kill that person. They can even say, please don't joke. Their eyes will be very red when they are arguing about Ronaldo and Messi. So those things are things that distract us from our. When they say Ronaldo wants to play, they are not concentrating on their salawat again. Are we going to be responsible youth if we continue to do this? No and no. The sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is also very important in our deeds and dressing. Let us talk like the Prophet sallallahu, let us dress like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Let us look for those things that the Prophet has actually told us. Allah said, "Laqad kana fi rasulillahi uswatun hasana." Allah has made him the best of examples to us. Now, excellent characters, they are also very important. The Prophet has told us how to talk. In everything that we do, the Prophet has told us how to do it. How to eat, the Prophet has told us. How to, when we do everything about our life, the Prophet has also told us how to go about it. How to relate with our neighbors, how to relate with our friends, how not to cheat people, how not to backbite, to slander, to do all those things. The Prophet has also told us about all these things. seeking beneficial knowledge is also very important. I think I've made mention of that too, talking about knowledge. Don't just remain a Muslim. Try as much as possible to read. If you even see that you cannot read Arabic book, read English books. There are so many English books. It was before that you, programs like this, like you see somebody reading one book or the other, you see people carrying books, carrying women and men and women around the messenger, carrying this, carrying that. But very rare now for you to see somebody. In fact, people claim that they have books on their phones, on their PDF. How many times are they reading those things on the phones? It's just a way of distraction. Personally, I don't even believe in getting except maybe the book or the tira is so costly. I don't believe in that. I prefer getting a hard copy. So that when you put phone aside, you know that yes, you want to face the book that you want to read. So let's seek knowledge from every means that we can save it. Let's be more productive as Muslims. Islam has told us how to be more productive. We have standard in Islam. There used to be this poem, Al-Ula inna al-ula wajibatul Muslim. As Muslims, you should be the best in what you can do. Inna Allah yuhibbu al-abda idha amila amalan an yutqina. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala likes that when somebody does something, he's able to do it perfectly. So if you are a painter, know how to paint perfectly. If you are a tailor, know how to sew perfectly. Islam is reflecting in this person tailor. If you are an engineer, know how to do anything you are doing. Make sure you are able to become the best there. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there's another hadith that Rasulullah told us that Inna Allah kataba al-ihsana fi kulli shay. Everything you want to do, perfect it. فَإِذَا ذَبَحْتُمْ فَأَحْسِنُوا الذَّبْحَ. Even if you want to kill an animal, there are ways of doing that. And when they say, where do you learn this from? You let them know that it's part of Islam to do that. Now, let's balance our ambitions. We have set ambitions for ourselves, but let's balance our ambitions with taqwa. Let's continue to remember the akhirah. Let's make sure that at every time there are many things, many quotations of verses, many athar that tells us how to continue to put the akhirah in our mind. How to put the akhirah in our mind. Continue to put the akhirah in our mind. When we wake up in the when we wake up in the morning, do not think that you reach the night. When you are asleep, when you want to sleep, don't think that you are going to reach the next day. First time I told that. Make sure you always remember that. When somebody tells you that, why are you always remembering that? Then you know that that's a very eventual place that one is going to go to. The Sahaba, some of them, some of them normally have their graves and they will already make it. And when they see that they might be transgressing and they want to go and they will enter into their graves and go and continue to think about Allah. This is where you are going to be. So son of so and so. This is where you are going to be on a particular day. Some of them have their kaffans, so the shrouds that they are going to shroud them with them, that they have it on in their houses. And you see that that's the kaffan. No matter when they go out and when they come back again, they are seeing their kaffan. Everything that will make us remember that we should always do it. If you have a wallpaper that you will put and it will make you remember death, continue to, because that's the eventual thing. The next 120 years, is 120 years even too much? The next 100 years, right? Next 100 years. Who wants to be here after 100 years? In the next 100 years, everybody is already gone. The next, maybe the person Allah will give the longest life here. Yeah? In the next 100 years, everybody is there. So why would you not think about that? And the one, it is better and it is even more, it lasts longer. So no matter how much you live here, you are still going to that place and it's going to be a long one. Then the sabr is also very important. I don't know how I want to overemphasize sabr. As Muslims, one of the things that we should always carry as provisions when we go about the sabr, we should always have that patience. And we should know that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to test us, Allah has told us in Surah Al-Ankabut, أَحَسِبَ النَّاسُ أَن يُتْرَكُوا أَن يَقُولُوا آمَنَّا وَهُمْ لَا يُفْتَنُونَ وَلَقَدْ فَتَنَّا الَّذِينَ مِن قَبْلِكُمْ فَلَيَعْلَمَنَّ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَلَيَعْلَمَنَّ الْكَاذِبِينَ. Allah wants to know, وَلَيَعْلَمَنَّ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ صَدَقُوا وَلَيَعْلَمَنَّ الْكَاذِبِينَ. Allah wants to know, wants to test us with our iman, to know if we are going to be patient or not. And Allah has also said it in Surah Al-Baqarah that الَّذِينَ إِذَا أَصَابَتْهُمْ مُصِيبَةٌ when calamity befalls them, قَالُوا إِنَّا لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ. They continue their way upon Allah, and to Him we shall return. So that sabr is always very important in our daily lives. Now, and the last thing, here, among the qualities of a responsible Muslim, a Muslim who wants to be balanced, is that since we know that part of the problems is fitna to shahwat, then the solution of nikah should also be considered. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ called, said, Ya ma'ashar al-shabab, call on you, all youth, anyone who has the capability to marry, let them marry. Then, I was referring to it in the beginning of my lecture, then, when the fitna was not even as looming as this, said, any one of you that can marry, because that thing that you want to fall into, because you don't want to marry, that thing you don't have an excuse in front of Allah because of it. And Allah even give you some practical solution. Allah, before he said that, before Prophet said that, Prophet said, and that will make you to lower your gaze more. You cannot continue looking about, looking for one thing that is not lost. So that why are you passing this place like 5 times? I'm just looking for, I'm not looking for anything. I'm going to sit down in one place. And it makes you to be able to guide your chastity better, both males and females. And it's part of the contemporary challenges that we have now, that people don't want to. In fact, you see some people say that, when are you getting married? Why do you say that? I don't want to marry now until I build house on ocean, until I get this and that. People have already set unrealistic standard for themselves. Ask our parents. How did they even start their lives too? Was it until they got cars? Some of them they didn't get cars until maybe after children. Was it until they were able to build their own houses? It's now among the standard that person should have their own houses built. Standard being set by brothers for themselves, and standard being set by sisters for the brothers too. Yeah, you want me to marry any person? The person must have car. In which book did they write that? And you can never see any person that became so Allah had blessed today, except that person also started somewhere. Except maybe that person was, the person was given birth to with a silver spoon. He inherited it, exactly. Our father is here, I'm sure you have things to share with us too. How life starts. And Alhamdulillah is among the people that we look up to now and say, Alhamdulillah, MashaAllah. We are the position Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed us. You know him very well. Yeah, I know him very, very well. So may Allah continue to preserve him upon goodness. So these are the things. So nikah is part of the solution that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to us, the peer solution. And then we have one of the solutions is also choosing a good peer. Allah said, do not say, I have iman, and go and put yourself in the midst of those who will dilute your iman. Those who, when you bring all your iman, subhanallah, I'm sure there was one brother who came from the north when we were serving there. That brother, mashallah, in fact, I thought that he would be doing all this MCAN thing with us in the camp. But before I knew, I just saw the brother in one of the social nights, dancing in front, on top of the podium. I was surprised that normally when you see brothers from the north come to this place, they are usually, in fact, when they see some trousers, they normally know that this trouser is they are brothers, they are either brothers from the north or conscious brothers, because the way they normally operate in the camp. But the brother now went, and some of them normally take it as an opportunity that, I must explore in this place that's coming. You are carrying your iman, you have gotten to the place that easily they will just dilute your iman for you. That your iman, that your Quran that you think you brought. And that's because Allah knows the importance of this. Allah said, fear Allah. Don't fear Allah alone. No. Don't say you are fearing Allah alone. I fear Allah. And you went to beer parlor to go and buy pure water. Sit down there. So I came to buy pure water. You are looking at everybody going to buy alcohol and walking about naked. Say me, I fear Allah. They will dilute your iman for you. Allah said, and always be with the righteous people. Those people that, when you don't pray, they will wake you up. No, you have to wake up and go and pray. Allah Akbar. I used to remember when we were in the lodge then, MCAN lodge, then there used to be this brother. He used to say in Yoruba that, did they let over you in the morning? He used to say, I remember, when he wakes people up, he used to say, hey, did they let over you? What it meant, for people who don't understand Yoruba, is that just stand up like this before we change it for ourselves. So you later miss those people, and because at the end of the day, people who come to the, I don't know, alhamdulillah, we have a lodge. People who come to the lodge without no knowledge of Islam, People don't pray before. I've met people, as the Amir, I'm sure Amir will have a lot of experiences too. As the Amir, you see people coming from, they have never been about. In fact, one brother came and said that he only wants to come to MCAN because the father is a Muslim and the father is late now, the mother is a Christian. He doesn't have anything, any inclination with Islam. But just remember that maybe on the parade ground, sometimes they normally say, okay, Muslim brother, go and pray. He just said that it's as if me too as a Muslim. I think my father too is a Muslim. And that was where his guidance started. Allah, before this brother was I think there's something happening here. Before this brother completed his 1 year service, he was able to read the Quran, he was able to do some other he became part of the so because he made himself. But that you say, okay, is this Tapa 5 or what do they check it with? 310. That how many months remain for me? How many years remain for me? It's only Allah. So there's no guarantee that you are even going to. So that's it that you are saying that let me continue to do. Me, I'm still saying you are not guaranteed. Have you not seen anything where they just say Inna Lillahi wa Inna Ilaihi Raji'un? We lost one of our brothers, so and so. And that's how a Muslim should think. It's not that one is wishing, and I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prolong our life, Allah space our life to, because that's one of the prayers the Prophet normally asks us to pray. Pray for a long life, filled with abundant worship to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But we should still know at the back of our mind that tomorrow is not promised. Tomorrow is not promised. Now, one of the things as Muslims that we should also look at is that many people now when you see them, they say they are going through one mental problem or the other. Depression. Yes, it's one of the contemporary issues. Yes, when you meet some people and you are able to converse with them, they tell you that they are going through depression, and because of that they continue to misbehave. They are going through all those things that were not there before: depression, mental illness, loneliness. Some people are bipolar. Some people are doing anyhow. They are doing this. So Islam had already given practical solution to this. One of the practical solutions is that when you have a problem as a Muslim, Allah said, if you have a problem, you quickly reach out to people. Do not just die in silence. Do not just say you want to continue to cope with I'm going through so many things in life. Seek solutions from people. Seek solutions from people that you know that they can help you. So these are the things, the practical solutions that we should also. And then one of the things that we always be cautious of is that we should cover ourselves with haya. One of the things that we have lost in this contemporary world is haya. Haya is already lost. People don't have haya again. People don't have that shyness again. And the Prophet has told us in his hadith that if you are not shy, then continue to do what you want to do. So always ask yourself, do I still have that shyness in me? Because it's what we imagine that. Do people like this still have shyness? There are some clothes that even a brother cannot wear, but you see that a sister is wearing it. In fact, you will be imagining how somebody can be, even a brother. In Islam doesn't allow you to be wearing boxer about. But somebody will be wearing boxer about, even as a female, that their own nudity is even supposed to be more guided. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, lastly, inshallah, some of these guys, your relationship with Allah, make sure you are building a good relationship with Allah. Live with taqwa, even when no one is watching. Choose your companions carefully. Manage technology. Set limits to technology. There are so many apps now that you can use to set limits. Some people just normally, they don't have something that they are doing on their phone, but they are just with their phone. Please, as Muslims, we should not be people like that. We have a lot of things to do in this world than to now sit on our phone, just scrolling. You're on your phone, you don't have anything to do. If you don't have anything to do on your phone, just drop it and continue to do other beneficial things. You are just scrolling, you want to see the next news that doesn't concern you. It's only when you know that okay, this is what you want to look at. I want to go and do this. I want to go and so for some of us that work online, they want to go and post this, they want to go and do that. But some people they will post, when they post, they will look at what people will comment, they too will comment, and at the end of the day, they are spending a lot of time. So we should set limits for social media interactions. One of the very, very applicable ways is also not taking the phone to message. Personally, I said this for myself and I feel that it works. I also advise people to do that. Don't take your phone to the masjid, except if you know that you are going to stay there for very long after your salat. And probably maybe somebody might call you or somebody might be waiting for you. Make it part of your lifestyle. When you are going to the masjid, you drop your phone. So that your phone will not be ringing in your pocket. You are not going to do. Some people they are so maybe they will even do Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The next thing like this, they are moving their hands from their pocket to bring out their phone. They have missed that phone for that 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Please, we should disengage ourselves as much as we know that it's a contemporary problem, but we should as much as possible disengage ourselves. Some people wake up in the morning, they don't even want to know whether they can now talk, or they are still talking, or their legs are still functioning, or their ears are still hearing. The next thing they are just doing like this is to people, and when they can't find the phone, maybe under their feet or where they dropped it, they will be so disturbed. They cannot, please don't talk to me, I'm looking for my phone now. Please let us reduce all these things. Now, become a lifelong student of knowledge. Continue to learn. Become a lifelong student of knowledge. Allah Prophet has told us in his hadith that man salaka tariqan yaltamis fihi ilman sahala Allahu lahu tariqan ila al-jannah. That person that continues to look for ways to learn, or any person that passes. Some people, maybe the reason why they came to this Kwara to serve is that they know that okay, they are going to attend MCAN madrasa, or they are going to attend one madrasa or the other, or they are going to find themselves in a religious environment. Please do not lose that. Allah will continue to ease the paths of Jannah for this person. And then balance the life with akhirah. Do not say that, oh, my own is only about akhirah. Balance this worldly life with akhirah. Even zuhud, scholars that define what zuhud is, they define it very well. Zuhud should be anything that blocks your way to Allah. Anything that will not block your way to Allah, it is not part of zuhud when you do it. If you know that you are somebody that when they on AC for you in the night, you not wake up for Fajr, it becomes part of your zuhud not to sleep under AC. If you know that you are somebody that when you sleep on top of bed, you will not wake up for Fajr, it becomes part of your zuhud not to sleep on the bed again. So you should choose your zuhud wisely. And Allah said in Surah Al-Qasas, وَابْتَغِ فِي مَا أَتَاكَ اللَّهُ دَارَ الْآخِرَةِ وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيا. Use that, and Allah has given you. Allah has given you money, Allah has given you beauty. Use it to look for the Darul Akhirah. وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيا. And do not forget your own portion in this world. Wear nice clothes, ride nice cars, go for Hajj, do those things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks you. Have a family, take your family out if Allah gives you the opportunity to do all those things. وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيا. As Muslims should not do that. Be of service to other people. Don't say, man, I don't want to service other people. Do sadaqah a lot and be of service to other people. Develop emotional and spiritual resilience. Develop emotional and spiritual resilience. Know that in the when hardship comes, the one that is easy is still coming. Make dua constantly. Make dua. Be somebody of dua. I noticed that thing is very common in the north. That thing is very, very common in the north. Very well. That people go to people after the salawat, they raise their hands up to pray, and I have not seen anything negating it. That you should not raise your hand up praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at this sa'atul ijabah. And part of this sa'atul ijabah is between adhan and iqamah. When somebody comes to the masjid because they have not called the iqamah, the person is pressing their phone. Those are the times that you should raise his phone. Sa'atul istijabah. You are traveling Saturday on Friday, target the times. Sa'atul istijabah. Make sure that you always pray. Read a lot. I talked about knowledge. Knowledge is very, very important for you to seek. Allah, it is very, very important for you to seek. Do not say that because you are so. لا تقول قد ذهبت أربابه. Just like the Lamia said, لا تقول قد ذهب ابن الورد. كل من سار على الدرب وصل. Do not say, I cannot learn because I'm Igbo. Even if you are Igbo, particularly I schooled in an Igbo environment. My secondary school was in Afiko, in an Igbo environment, and it was a school owned by Muslims. So many Igbos are there now that they are Muslims. Many, so do not say because you are Igbo, you are from Delta, you are from this family, that your father and mother they are not even afar. That's why you cannot learn the deen that you will not be looking at those who are saying yes, maybe because your father is afar. You can be the best of the best if you continue to seek knowledge. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to ease our fears. We have some other things to discuss, but time has gone. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for husnul khatimah. That is the most important. We ask Allah the best of youth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us youthful. We are old. We should always remember that alhamdulillah. We ask Allah to make us get
Message Now, we have listened to so many things that is going to be beneficial for us, and I want to use this medium to implore each and every one of us. What we have listened to, just listen. Let us make use of those that is part of that. And as there was going to be house the staff came in, who are our predecessors in person of, I would like to so we might spend a little time. Now, before we move to the next agenda, which is the question and answer, so what is going to be coming after that is we'd like to hear a keynote address from our father, Alhaji, Sani, Ibrahim. So after question and answer, so we'd like to listen to that. So I implore each and every one of us to kindly stay calm and listen. So now, if you have anybody that has question that wants to address it to our lecturer, please let us signify so that we can do that as quick as possible. Any question from the brothers or the sisters? Any question? All right. I don't think there is question. So that means we on. Someone has a question. Okay, can you go ahead?
a struggling sister that doesn't properly use the hijab, has
Struggling sister.
yes, that has like, oh, I'll use scarf today, tomorrow I'm moving my hijab, and tomorrow I'm removing my hijab or my scarf. I want to know how you think as Muslims we should approach this person, because I feel like how we talk to people influences, and it's so easy. Like nowadays, it's easy for people to just be like, "Oh, since you are talking to me like this," because Shaitan is working really hard. So it's like you can tell somebody something and it will trigger them to leave the entire thing alone. So, like, I want to ask you how you think we should approach these people without being condescending. It's like, oh, you're not even struggling at all, because nobody knows anybody's struggle. So it's like, how do we approach this person?
No, for the beautiful question. In fact, it's one of the challenges, one of the contemporary challenges too, that I forgot to mention it. There are people that have struggles, personal struggles, family struggles. In fact, when we're in school too, we're able to probably maybe witness some people with this type of issues. So people want to struggle to be this and to be that, but because of their own internal struggles, what they are going through, it is not actually easy for them. You have sisters, somebody might even be from a family that they don't even recognize Islam at all. There are a lot of sisters. See some, I know a particular sister that the father had to burn jilbab and do all those things. Like, okay, the father is a Muslim, despite the fact of despite the fact that the father was a Muslim. The father felt that how will somebody be a medical student that will still be present this way? What do you want to present to others? How will my colleagues see you as a medical student? How will they see you as a doctor and you are going to be dressing like this? So people have issues, people have struggles they go through. So one of the advice that I normally give to people is that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us in the Quran that ud'u ila sabili rabbika bil hikmah wal maw'idati al hasanah. You should look for the best way to tell people. You don't just condemn what people are doing. You don't just condemn the struggles that they have gone through. You don't just say, okay, this thing that you are doing, if you continue like this, you are going to land in hellfire. And we don't do that. You appreciate what people are doing. And alhamdulillah, even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't just reveal everything in the Quran once. Judgment, see a lot of judgment, a lot of rules and a past or strikes. Time they go together. So the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was not easy. Even look at the verse of alcohol.